Hello, brothers and sisters. I came across a little video which goes hand in hand with Dr. Beria about why we're still here after July 17th. That's because the Hebrew month is 1 month off this year.
Hey guys, just a quick recap. The last video I did was a short explanation on why we're still here based on the calendar being off by a month. So what I wanted to do is go back in time. Go back in time and see, because the blood moon tetrads, the first blood moon of the pair of 2014 and this blood moon of the pair in 2015 supposedly fell on Passover. Because we're saying Passover is delayed by a month here in 2021, right? So I wanted to go back and see if these were also leap years. If this blood moon, or if this blood moon fell on a leap year, then this wouldn't be a Passover blood moon, neither would this. So this is kind of what we went through on the last video, but now what I want to do is go back in time, and I went to whenisthenewmoon.com to see when those new moons were sighted to prove that these were indeed blood moons on God's calendar. Based on what we know now, God's calendar is a month off from what we call the Hebrew calendar, or Hebcal right now. They're a month off. So really quickly, a recap. Adar, the new moon, was on February 13th, 2021. That's the month of Adar, no problem. The next moon was March 14th, 2021. A lot of us said that's Nisan, but it actually isn't. It can't be, because this moon fell, March 14th was before the Spring Equinox on March 20th. So this is given the designation of Adar 2. It's really simple. I can't believe I just didn't want to accept this. Adar 1, Adar 2. Simple. You give Adar 2 when the new moon of March, or the new moon of Passover, or the new spring moon shows up in the winter. You don't call it a spring moon. It's not a spring moon, it's a winter moon. So you give it Adar 2. Simple. That's what Adar 2 is for. It's a leap year. Happens every 3-4 years. Just so happened it fell on this year, which is where I was calling for the rapture on July 17th, being Tishrei B'Av, but Tishrei B'Av really isn't until August 17th, 18th, 19th, right around there. I'm still saying 17th. Around, again, and I think I mentioned this in the last video, around July 13th, 14th, I looked around at the world. I'm like, okay, there's nothing going on in Israel. I had expected some turmoil. There's nothing going on with, Donald Trump is still alive. Based on my study, if it's the correct interpretation of the study, he's still alive. We're 3 days out on July 17th. I was thinking, 13th, 14th. I'm like, we're not going anywhere. And then my friend Sherry, again, it's funny how God put us together after so many years of being apart. She told me back in March, back in like February, John, the calendar is off by a month. The calendar is off by a month because of this. The new moon of the spring didn't fall in the spring. It fell in the winter. So you just give it an Adar 2. Very simple. So the Nisan moon was sighted on April 13th, 2021, pushing the calendar down by a month. So let's try this. Let's take the same people that have been doing this for a very, very long time at whenisthenewmoon.com, and I went back to 2014. I went back to 2015. I thought, okay, if this is correct, then this better be correct. Or else, because if these blood moons are off because of something like this happened here or here, this is all messed up. Then this is all just cosmic gobbledygook, okay? And then we know it's not. Okay, so Adar 1, Adar 2, because of the winter March month, you can't give it Nisan until you hit the new month after the equinox, March 20th. Okay, so let's go 2014. The new moon was sighted on March 31st, equinox. March 20th. Is it a spring new moon? Yes, hence April 15th, the blood moon was on Passover. Perfect. Check. Let's go to 2015. This one's interesting. The new moon was spotted on March 21st, a day after, spring equinox again, March 20th. Is this then the springtime moon? Yep, sure enough, April 4th, 2015, blood moon on Passover. Check, it passes the test. It passes the test. And to me, when I went back to test this, and these blood moons passed the test of Passover, if you will, I thought, bingo, here we are. We had an Adar 1. We had an Adar 2 that I assigned Nisan to. Nisan's new moon didn't come until April 13th. We are indeed a month off. It looks that way, okay? I just wanted to give you a quick recap and then a quick back check. Really important if you're gonna say something. You know, everybody's into fact checking right now, right? So why don't we back check it to something that has happened in history. When is the newmoon.com called it? Well, they called it right. They called it perfect. They called it perfectly. So everything looks good, guys, for August. I'm so glad I called this channel Rapture Summer 2021 and not Rapture July 17th, 2021, because we're still here. We're still in the summer, and I fully expect to get raptured in August. I'm saying August 17th. We'll see what happens. Again, quick expectations. Donald Trump, I expect him to be taken. The coronavirus, it's getting hot again. And, you know, I think in one of the old videos, I was talking about the mark of the beast coming from not the virus that's now, but one behind it. Well, here we are. I'm sure it was just luck that I called it, but this is the virus behind it. The mark of the beast very likely will come from this new variant or a variant after this one. And then finally, the masks. The masks are coming back. Look at the study of Isaiah where he says, you know, I will destroy on this mountain the face covering the nations. The nations are going to be masked, you guys, during the rapture. So here we are. Again, humble pie. It's pretty tasty. Goes down sweet, a little bitter to the stomach. This is it. So looks like everything's on track for, let's call this True Tishrei, August 17, 2021, based on the new moon sighting on March 14th being in the winter, giving that month the designation of Adar 2. So the new moon sighting of April 13th, 2021, giving it the month of Nisan. We are off by a month. We are off by a month. True Tishrei, August 17, 2021. We're still in the running, folks. Thanks.
Previously, I had a prophetic dream of being a school kid in a school, getting ready to go into a classroom, and there was shelves of food that was half eaten. And now we're coming into a famine, going by the cows with the sevens on their heads 7 years ago, starting September 20th and 25th. And I looked, and there was a jar of strawberry jam that was half eaten and pasta. And I also saw picnic benches in the form of a pyramid. The 2021 school year starts early September this year. Now, I had a previous rapture dream about being taken up, and I went through a long house, and at the very end there was an open field, and there was a picnic bench for the people that were going to come for the supper. And I saw the tree of life behind it. And I thought that the pyramid meant that the top was going to be taken away for taking everyone's food, but now I believe that it symbolized the bench of the people going up at the rapture. The very top of the pyramid, Delta, is coming. You know, they're saying it all throughout the news. So I believe our escape is imminent. All right, God bless and take care of you guys.